came on to make one video. I'm just gonna forward it to everybody. I've been picking my head like crazy. I feel bad how things ended because she looked pretty dead when we were going to take her, and she was done. I think she even had peed herself a little bit. And so when we got her over there, we had more time with her, but he was like wailing in the car, wailing before we left. I let him spend more time with her than I got with her, but I gave her a million kisses, and I just knew that she wasn't really the same dog. And like her brain was there, but her body wasn't. And so when we got over there, I went in, I did everything, so I didn't want him to deal with that and be upset. And so I did the private cremation. I'm actually going to go on the website. I'm going to make a necklace. I'm a mess. She was dehydrated, so we let her drink a little bit of water before she went. And she like made a sound because they couldn't get the catheter in, or the IV or whatever they put in, and they said oh, it's because of all the chemo and it's shot. And Tony tried to be like, no, like he was like, it almost seemed like he was gonna grab her and walk out. And I said, let the doctor do it. And then I just wish this wouldn't have happened. She screamed out and went, and he said he'll never be able to get that out of his head for the rest of his life. And I said, but Tony, that was just a pinch from the needle. Like, yes, it hurt a little bit, but it's because she was so dry. For all we know, she could have cried every time they gave her chemo because we weren't there to see. So anyway, what kind of broke my heart is our vet's honest, and she grabbed her, like, the belly area, and she said, this is all cancer, which is so weird because she's always kind of had a Buddha belly, and I had pointed that out, like, I don't know if it was right after I had surgery, or I noticed, I said her belly kept getting bigger and she was moving around or something like that. And so I didn't realize how quick it was going to be. And I feel stupid. I don't remember from putting my mom's dog down that they sedate him and they're gone. So she was talking to us, and it was like, it was so quick. She never closed her eyes. And so her eyes were stuck open, which was fucking with him. And we meant to cut her hair before we left the house. We forgot because I did all my mourning for her at the house. And the only reason I'm not really crying right now is I've cried a lot. I'm tired. It doesn't feel real yet. So you can hear my stomach. I was eating eggs that my daughter picked up for me at the diner. So I came home. We cut the fur there so he could have it, and then he picked her up dead. And he said, I just want to hold her one more time, honey. I said, okay, whatever you need. And he said she never used to let me hold her, but before we left, I got some candid shots of him, like, hugging her goodbye. And, you know, I think the hardest thing for him is we're never gonna see her again, and that's just something he'll have to work through. So anyway, you know, I hugged him when we were there, and I was like, we need to figure out our new normal without her, which is hard. And then when we got home, this is the first time I even acknowledged my grief or my loss, because it's always been, I feel like he was always so into his own grief. So he rubbed my back and he said, are you okay? And I said, no, not really. I said, but I've survived a lot of grief before. I don't figure this out. I just hate that I have to go to work tomorrow. And I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell, like, my boss or anything. And my one coworker was like, you should take off the rest of the week, but it's pointless. Like, I'm sad, but I just have to continue on because I'm already off starting, Saturday for like 9 days. So I'm trying to protect him. So I came in, I took all her dog food out of the cabinet. I took all her medicine, whether it was chemo stuff, whatever we had. I put that on a bag. I put all her heartworm medicine, everything. I just threw it in a bag. I don't know if we can donate any of it. And then I have her bed right here. But like I said, she must have peed on it. So I washed everything, the towel, the blanket. As soon as it's done drying, if I'm still awake, I'm going to put that around the bed. Excuse me. Sorry. And then I'm going to put it in the trunk of my car. It's not going to make it that much easier. But I'm trying to hide some of the stuff because our whole box is here in the living room. So tomorrow I'm going to work on giving away what is open to our neighbors, any of our neighbors. And then I'm going to take the stuff that's never been opened and donate it. I feel like they're very picky. I cannot stop picking my head, by the way. Like, I'm sure it's bleeding right now. I made an appointment to get my hair done on Tuesday. So I just want to tell you where we're at, but like, he's so messed up. I mean, he was screaming and wailing, which I knew that would happen. And then when we left, the doctor hugged him. I didn't get any hugs because I didn't need it as much as him. And, excuse me. I just worry because he's been smoking like crazy and I just don't know anymore. So I guess we'll see. We're going to take it minute by minute. But I just worry. And like, she was my companion every day. The thing is, I loved her so much. And then I'm like, the only thing different, she was here 2 years every day. She was in my life for 15 years, but I felt badly tonight coming out because I didn't feel as sad as I thought I would. I feel sadder watching him be sad. I think I've already started the grieving process like 10 days ago when I thought she was gone then. And we did buy ourselves time. And the vet told us that we did the right thing trying to treat the cancer because it was the most treatable kind. But it took her kidneys out and that her cat had lymphoma. But like, it was in the bone marrow, which is unheard of. And she's like, I tried to save my cat and I couldn't. So anyway, that's that. I'm gonna go and I'll be in touch.